Hello, my name is Lee Higginbotham. Today we're going to be talking about a stick edger for edging your property, whether it be in a consumer or a commercial environment. Anytime we're discussing and operating these units, I always recommend people that they refer back to their owner's manual. These can be obtained either at your local service dealer, or if they're not available there and they're a reputable manufacturer, you should be able to go online, download them and print them out so you have access to them. The first thing that I'd like to talk to you about is safety when you're running a lawn edger or stick edger that it may be referred to. And when you're running a product like this, absolutely the most important thing is eye protection. The second most important thing is going to be some form of ear protection. Earplugs is commonly used in the hot months. Ear muffs are commonly used in the fall and winter. It's more of a personal preference of what you use. Myself, I use earplugs in the hot months, and in the cool months, I use ear muffs. If we're in a season in using these products where there's lots of seasonal allergies, I always recommend you using some type of ventilation system. There's all types on the market. Some are greater than others. It just depends on your application. And next, what we're going to be talking about is chemicals that you need to operate this machine. You need to run at least 89 octane fuel, and today's fuel has ethanol in it. And with ethanol, you have to run some type of product to combat ethanol. There are several different products on the market today. It's very important that when you mix and buy your fuel, you immediately put fuel conditioner in it. The next thing, as far as mixing the oil, you want to make sure that you use a proper 2-cycle mix that meets the requirements of your owner's manual, the ratio, and 89 octane, which is usually middle grade or supreme is best when you're running air-cooled engines. Preventative maintenance on a stick edger like this, once a year if you're a consumer, check and service the spark plug. Same thing on the air filter right here, once a year. Check, service the air filter. Unless you're running at extended times, you may want to do that twice a year. And if you're a contractor, obviously you may have to do that bi-weekly or monthly, depending upon the size of the property and how much you operate the machine. The other thing that you want to take into consideration is these units operate in extreme temperature and vibration environments. So it's a good idea to randomly check for any types of loose bolts that could be loose on the unit and a general cleaning. They obviously attract dust and debris when you're running them, so you have the option to either use maybe a paintbrush or a hose pipe, but if you do wash them, you want to crank them afterwards, try to disperse all the water off the unit so we don't have any type of rusting issues. The next thing that I want to talk to you about with using a stick edger, since we have covered safety, maintenance on the engine, is maintenance on the gearbox. Every edger has a service point right here, and you would use a specific grease. And when you remove this service point, you would use then this lubricant to put in there. Now, for a consumer, about once a year. For a contractor, probably about once a month. If you don't service it, you're going to incur a fairly high expense for the replacement part, whether you buy it yourself or if you take it to a service center and have it done. The last thing in terms of a stick edger is replacement of the blade. They're very simple to take off. This blade has a service life, and usually you can tell it because when the wheel is fully adjusted up and you're trying to operate it and it's not digging the trench or the edge that you're looking for, you can usually just replace the blade, and that's going to solve that problem. The only other thing that we normally see with an edger that comes in through our service department is this debris area that catches all the debris, gets packed full of grass and sod and mud, and you want to try to clean that out so the blade will properly run at the RPM and the speed that it needs to properly function. And with that being said, I believe that we have covered everything that we need to on a stick edger in terms of safety, operation, and maintenance.